Hey everyone, a quick update. Yesterday I slept very late at midnight. Uh, Above midnight. I I went in my bedroom around 1 a.m. and I was getting ready to sleep, and I then this thought came up. I don't like these kind of thoughts because it's very futile. It's nonsense. It's not something um that you can actually get something out of it. If that makes sense. I was thinking something about how life is very unpredictable. Even if you have like such plans, such expectations, and perhaps such potential, they're just things that you just cannot understand why it happened. Or I guess the better way to put it is that there are nothing actually that you can make sense of. Because everything, if something is unexplainable, then anything in this world, everything should be also, in that sense, unexplainable, because it's the same type of thing. It's in this world, it happened in this world, the probability of that happening should be equal. If you really think about it, I mean, some people can argue, no, it's not. Some things are much more likely than the other. But if you really generalize everything, the very core, very sense, you can understand how I came up with this idea. So that not only the things that we have done are basically just luck and probability wise, but the things that has not happened will also based on luck. And when I say luck here, it's something that a lot of people can argue on, like very controversial. A lot of people doesn't like. A lot of people don't like the word luck because that basically destroy the meaning of efforts, of reasonings, of causal and effects. Stuff like that. And we as human, we are programmed to understand those stuffs logically. And that's valid to some certain extent. If you really just think to the very fundamental of it, yeah, sure, it's valid. But then, how can you explain somebody who made a career in their 20s, um, almost having a really great life? He started wanted he started to think about building a family, and so he did. And then he just kept on going, and at the end of the day, he retired with kids, with grandchildren, with a great wife, great family, and he died peacefully. And then you compare that kind of story with stories like a guy who got out of the poverty line by himself. He got a really good career making business and stuffs. But then maybe when he's like turning 30, 31, somehow the business is not making enough money to cover the costs, goes bankrupt. Not only goes bankrupt, he is now in much of a debt because of what? I don't know. See, there's just things that you can. I mean, there are some reasons that you can choose from to understand the situation, but everybody's reason is different. A maybe another person will say, oh yeah, he goes bankrupt because of this, he went bankrupt because of this, whatever, right? But not only that, he went bankrupt, right? And he was like, okay, you know what, fine, it's just a classic failure, he was gonna start again. But then he realized that he quit. He didn't even have a degree, so he can't exactly fund himself by, let's say, being hired by a company, because a company needs degree and every, well, stuff like that. He realized those stuffs and he was like, okay, that's not good, I can't really fund myself, what do I do? And so he starts doing gig jobs, going around with motorcycles, delivering pizzas, and then somehow one day his mom called him saying that she has cancer. She got diagnosed with cancer. Now, not only that, he has to provide for his mom, but he's fucked in that sense. He doesn't really know what to do. And not only that, let's say his siblings somehow got into a car crash, died. Well, what can we do? Tragic experience, that's pretty much the end of the story for that. But then whatever, then his mom got into stage 4 cancer, died also a year later. Very painful death too. Then now he has nobody. He has no friends because of the business he made going bankrupt. And because of that going bankrupt, people don't trust him anymore. There may be some friends of him. He's really good at making friends. Obviously, he's a businessman. He was a businessman. But it's not like it used to be anymore. So then what? Right? He somehow is able to pay off his debt, which is a good thing. But then, when he was about to pay off all of his debt, he died in a car crash. Right? You get what I mean? Sure, there are some things that can be explainable. Things like him not having a job because, well, he doesn't have a degree. That's reasons, right? But then there's things like his mom got cancer. His siblings got ran off by car. Him got ran off by car. The business going bankrupt has a lot of parameters. A lot of parameters that led to that business going bankrupt. So it's not just him. Obviously, at the end of the day, you could argue that some things are much more understandable and some things are much more ununderstandable. But what does it mean? If we're trying to generalize everything in a very core sense, if this world works all fair for everybody, as there's a saying go, because the world is so unfair for everybody, it is fair. So is it fair? Is it not? I'm just gonna say it's fair. Because I mean, the world doesn't really care about you, and should and it should nor you or nor should you. That's the right way to put it. Nor should you, right? And nobody cares about each other. So in a very core sense, everything is ununderstandable and understandable at the same time. It's like saying, if in America 3 plus 3 is 6, and somehow China got it like 3 plus 3 is 5, in Europe it's like 5 plus 3 plus 3 is 7, and like and then somehow maybe there's also like Australia that gets 3 plus 3 equals to the same number as America, which is 6. Then how do you and everything is valid, by the way. How do you make China, Europe, and USA itself understand each other? And how does Australia make sense of why he got the same number with USA? I mean, obviously this is math. I'm just making metaphor, but I mean, you get what I mean. So after I thought about these kind of stuffs lately, and yesterday, well, not exactly yesterday, it was today, midnight, above midnight, but and then like this whole feeling, this whole emotion just kicks out, and I was like, shit, fuck. I just realized that the things that I'm doing now does not translate to what the fuck I'm gonna be expecting. Sure, I could be expecting something big, I could be expecting something good, something linear, something exponential maybe, but that's just how human brain is working. We made 3 plus 3 is 6, we made 3 plus times 6 is 18. We made this line straight, linear. Our brain is programmed that way. They don't understand how things are just dots. It's scattered around. In a graph, it's just scattered around. It's not a line, perfect line, or maybe just compounding line. It's not a line. It's just dots. If that makes sense. So, I mean, so what do we do? What do we do? I don't know, right? Because these kind of thoughts really makes me pessimistic about things, and that's something that I really don't want to. I go against with. So what? Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It makes me feel like shit. It makes me feel sad. That one day you can be on the top of your league, on the top of your life, you're living your life, and then just a split second after that, you're thinking about that, just a split second after you think that everything is going okay, boom, unexplainable things happen. And it's ruining your life. It could be making your life easier. It could be ruining your life too. It could be making your life much crazier, much better. But it could also be making your life shit. So what? What is it that we're doing? Why are we doing this? Right? We're trying to reason. We're trying to make it logical. But is it really the way to do it? Because it seems so. I mean, the world is still improving, innovating, and stuff like that. I mean, average, it means that in average, we all are improving. But is it really individually? Individually. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm saying this. Acting like a tough man who knows everything, a wise ass man who thinks a lot. I don't. I really don't. I'm just saying things that I think makes perfect sense for now. So anybody can say whatever. And I just want to say this. I gotta find a way for me to get out of this mindset, of this place, of it, of these thoughts, of this face. Well, that's all about it.